Yeah, I got a second wind. I didn't go to sleep. Now it's a little after bar time now. It really wasn't that I got a second. It was more like I was wanting to fade out, and then something got my attention. So I guess I'm gonna get all transgender political here on this one, and assert myself and my role as one of the intersex people under the transgender umbrella. Um, in talking about lateral hostility within the transgender community. Um, I'm going to read a few things that I wrote in the last few hours and talk about what's going on here. And, well, there's a video I need to watch that's, I just met on Lexican's wall, um, Kelly Glant, Kelly something from New Zealand. She's an activist, involved in some serious shit down there. She posted a video from an NZPAP conference that was dealing with lateral hostility in the transgender community. And apparently this Nicole McKenzie person is like really mean. Very, just one of those. She's a conservator, and it's not a she either. It's a cross-dresser. Um, I don't want to call them any more than that. And I'm not, it's a cross-dressing them. It's a gender non-conforming, some kind of gender variant person, and they're not nice. See, now I got a diagnosis. You're doing it for fun. You're doing it for fun. But I can do it somewhere else. Late bloomers is about people who are either intersex or transsexual. Um, either like they're and we all have ZD. I got a penis, but I got a female mind. Listen to jazz or Josie Romero. I remember spoke about living a transgender childhood, a wonderful documentary. Jazz talks about the female brain oops, they don't match. Is all it is. So just crosswired. It's that simple. That there's gender's a behavioral thing, and part of its enculturation, but part of its nature. Because there's definite differences in the structure and chemistry in the minds of men and women. But then it's also it's a sliding scale of masculinity and femininity in the way of as far as physical characteristics and go. That here I am. I'm like a mesomorph. Um, and I'm average. Just slightly below average size, height, and I mean, I got a little bit of weight problem, but so I'm only around 200 now. So I'm not that bad. Um, I'm best around 150, 160. Um, and I've been doing enough drugs. It's the MIM PKS sticking in. I got monkey in the middle. I have monkey in the middle DKS Dunning Kruger's in them. I got the monkey in the middle variety. Uh, they're studying the things that make people stupid, and that's what's made me stupid is being the monkey in the middle all my life between like mentally conditioned idiots on the left and the right. Or was I? Oh yeah, mean people. Um, oh well. Anyway, let's go look and see what's going on. Oh, Cora Duncan's been on my page, liking shit. Um, I probably should go on her page and like a bunch of shit. She's all over my page, liking everything. Oh, oh, that's what I was. Oh, well, let's get back to where the hell. Oh, some new people want to join the Transgender Caucus. Where's this last one I answered? Well, here's Lexi mentioned me in a comment, so let's see if I've read this comment. Oh, well, this is what we needed to read. This is what I just posted in the Transgender Caucus. I regret to call our first Community Mediation Council to order. There was an extremely egregious attack made by Nicole McKenzie against Lexi Cans that Lexi is holding a wine festival over tonight. I'm waiting for her to give me a link to the whole thread so we can see what led up to it. Obviously, they disagreed about something, and it appears Lexi made an appeal to her credentials, and Nicole shit all over that in an obvious display of projection of denial of her own self-loathing. I'm definitely calling on some input from the Late Bloomers Founding Circle on this as to whether we should blackball her on the basis of this and her presentation real quietly without saying a peep about this in the group. Well, I changed my mind about that as everything was unfolding in front of me. It's like, I'm calling this one out. No, this one's too mean for us to let anywhere near our circle. Melanie Ryan's the only mutual friend I have with her, and Melanie is one of the founding circle. If she wants to throw a black ball here, I'll act on it immediately. I would like to note that there was nothing but denigration of Lexi's intelligence and education here. There was no sex or gender card played. And here's the statement that Lexi was bitching about. Wow, you are not just a moron, you're an obnoxious moron. Degrees in English and rhetoric? That's funny. Masters in engineering here. Don't worry, I won't waste, I'll have to go look up some engineer jokes. Don't worry, I won't waste any more time pointing out what an ostentatious asshole you are. Bye, idiot. Enjoy your rhetoric. I bet she couldn't read this shit out loud like this. I should just keep you around for a laugh so I can watch you make a fool of yourself every time you write something. Yeah. Lexi's one of the top authors in the transgender community right now. She's publishing The State of Trans for Huffington Post. This silly twat. This is a crossdresser. This crossdresser. The whole page is covered with, it's got a bunch of red nighty, and that's how much I'm so not a transvestite or like a woman. I'm a transgender neutral mainly. I'm intersex. I prefer people relate to me as female because Tom's no fun for anybody. Especially not me. Don't worry. Where was it? Every time you write something, yeah, you're a fucking idiot, Nicole. Excuse me, you're a nasty idiot. But hey, I have to work to support those of you with those totally useless degrees. Oh, it's one of these, wannabe 1%ers. Totally C-type DKS here. Wage slave, useless degrees, and your delicate little feelings. Yeah, well, hey, face to face, bitch. I'll rip your dick off and stuff it down your throat, you stupid twat. I'm not a lady. I'm just a female person, but I get real weird. Degree in rhetoric. I can't stop laughing at that one. And Lexi's all indignant because she don't even know the person. Here, she says, I don't know this person, nor is she a Facebook friend of mine. But she unleashed a pretty nasty ad hominem attack against. Oh, it wasn't against Lexi. It was against one of her friends. I deleted this comment. On her page. I see what it was. Yeah, that's like really low class shit, Nicole. You don't go on a mutual friend's page and get into it like that with anybody. You gotta be polite. I'm sorry. I don't put up with it on my page at all or in the groups. No insults. You don't argue with insults. I'm carrying on for Roger Liebman on that one. Excuse me, and there's a bunch of us carrying on for Roger Liebman on that one. You keep the emotions out of political debate. Has no place in political debate. None. So here's, this is even, oh, I see what was going. This is the one where, yeah, this Nicole is like, you know, racist too. You know, she's a total right. We used to call these right wing nut jobs. It was the post, and I think I remember the question because I might have a comment in here too somewhere about it because it was like, you know, somebody made. Oh yeah, that was my comment. I do have a comment in there. I gotta go find that. I gotta go find. I have a comment in there. It's like, you know, Lexi asked if this was racist or not. Here's the posting is Al Sharpton saying if Trump wins, I'm leaving. And here comes Nicole McKenzie that said then off to the Congo with you where you belong and take dirtbag Moochie Jackson, Holder, and Lynch with you too. And then no, Lexi gets in there. Quite the racist there, aren't you, Nicole McKenzie? Nice friend you got there, Christine, whoever it was that you got. Oh, it was like she come on Lexi's wall and said something crazy. Then oh yeah, oh, and she just blocked her. What? Oh, this is yeah. Hey, Nicole, you're gonna have to face me before this one's over, baby. Yeah, I'll take a conservatard like you on cross dressing. Oh boy, fucking kinky transvestite, putting people down. Just like Dame Edna when Dame Edna went off on Caitlyn. Just a fucking frustrated man in a wig and makeup. So a frustrated intersex person who never wears makeup and hardly ever wears a wig, and gets chided for it anyway. He says he's on the shit to AMB. I don't even, you know, it's my life is so much simpler when I don't have that clutter in it. the Kiwi farmers have banned me for a month, which is great. Give me time to smile on the bastards. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, this was the other thing I wrote about this. Because I decided when I saw how severe this person's bad attitude was, I mean, this dude needs an attitude adjustment. I mean, if I haven't taken up too much time, we'll go off on to Kelly Glanny's post. So here's what I decided to post in the late bloomers because Nicole is a member there. There are numerous complaints about Nicole McKenzie being extremely aggressive and mean in group discussions. When I went to look at this person's page, the photos were of a person in lingerie posing provocatively who may or may not have been on hormones. This late bloomers, who I'm addressing, this is an extremely exclusive social group of local community organizers and activists. The founding circle was between 12 and 15 intersex and male to female transsexual women in early to mid transition, some non-op and some pre-op. I forget if there were any post-ops in the group chat when I turned it into this group. Now I know Tammy Ann Matthews should be a member here. I know she was at one time. I don't know if she still is or not. And she's post-op. and I don't think she joined until after her surgery either. But the common bond was that we were all lifelong gender dysphoria sufferers over 45, many married with kids who finally decided to begin living authentically. We were being insulted and marginalized by entrenched LGBT people and decided to make a T-girls only space, but a sexually conservative one. Most of us are monogamous, and we're probably pretty evenly split between hetero and homosexual. One thing that has been special about this group is that our need for friendship with other GD sufferers far outweighs our need to win an argument about religion or politics. Which is pretty much the same, it's the hippie mentality. It's like, it's much more important for me to feel a loving vibe between us than for me to be right about something that you're wrong about. It's just not that important. The sort of behavior that people are complaining about Nicole displaying and the endless wine festivals that get thrown about people like them is what inspired us to create this group. I mean, it's just a total waste of time, oxygen, bandwidth, everything. This is a total waste of time, oxygen, and bandwidth. But I'm doing it, so it's okay. the sort of people that behave, no mean people, and no constant complaining about mean people. Thank you. We are riding the crest of a wave, breaking onto transgender equality. That's where we're at right now. You know, Caitlin's tabloid transition was like a dam breaking, as there are so many of us that had been. And it's wrong for me to include myself in, when I say there's so many of us. I'm only a couple of years old in transgender years. So, yeah, I got a long history of political activism, but not in the transgender equality movement. I'm new to this, but I'm bringing a lot of skill and a lot of cis allies to the table. And we're really making a lot of headway in the transgender caucus and getting to know each other and linking up to people in different places and the activities and the resources available there, yada 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 yada. We're transgender people. We are real. We're recognized by the federal government as a minority that needs to be properly protected with equality under the law, and we're winning in court cases all over the place. HP2 has very little time left to live. Pat McCrory has committed political suicide over that bill. It's just, Fox News. 3 different ones of them was, I forget all of it. Montel had something to say about it. The Fox line was that it was a stupid solution in search of a problem to solve. It's something transgender people didn't do. It's something that cis men didn't do very often either. There's very few instances of cis men even invading a woman's restroom to get a rape victim. It's kind of a stupid place to do it. And it's easier to get a boy out of a men's room for them. And they don't dress up to do it either. Very, very few. And there's just finally a voyeurism case with somebody who's transgender, but it's kind of questionable just how transgender the person is. I mean, yeah, anybody can be transgender, but there's like different degrees. I'm born this way. Excuse me. So anyway, yeah, I'm getting kind of airy. It's Dunning-Kruger. This is Dunning-Kruger syndrome, because I'm realizing just how wonderful a creature I am compared to normal people, cisgender people, and some people are starting to notice that, and it's hard for me to even say things about how what a wonderful kind of creature I am compared to normal people. It just doesn't seem right to me. And my heart's not, something's grabbing my heart right now too, saying, hey, don't talk this stuff. I guess that was the boss saying these people are just not ready for this. um, I'm a both. What can I say? I'm bigender, I guess. I mean, like, Tom's no fun. Tom is just no fun. Yeah, they used to call me a rapid cycling manic depressive. It's like I'd go from Tommy to Tom like that, bam. and I just hated it. I hate doing it. It's just so stressful. I mean, just doing that. Just it's just that my chemistry is so bad. And that's been a nice part about HRT. That was that was Josie. I made a post in Late Bloomers, so I was so bummed out from this Nicole shit. I had to make a post in Late Bloomers on my two favorite teens. The first one is Nia Froggy. She's a little sweetheart. She's really cute too. Both of them are really cute. Nia's kind of a average white chick. Really, I hate her hair, bitch. I really thick, full, and looking good. Yeah, she's got a pretty face too. So anyway, Nia's gonna pitch a bitch when cis women say stuff like, "How is she prettier than me? She's trans," and she's complaining that this woman was complaining that she was prettier than her. Okay, so it's like, what? So here comes one of her friends, a male friend, because you're a slag who worries about others' look. Now Nia's in real early transition, living with her mom, I think. And she's got pictures of her like with a full beard on her page too. So she hasn't I don't even know what her boy name is, but she's like just early getting it together. And here's what her problem is. I just find it pretty offensive when people say things like that. It implies my gender identity isn't valid. That's an interesting remark. It's like I had that problem. It's like I was too pretty. I get beat up for being too pretty when I was young. I was like, you're not valid as a man because you're too pretty. What kind of shit is that? So here comes her dude friend again. There's basically, this is where we were both coming from here. They're basically saying, wow, a boy is prettier than me, a real woman, wow. And I come in and say, you should be flattered, Froggy, she's jealous. And I said, maybe I'm just this typical SJW, that's a social justice warrior. And I come back with more like an uptight tranny getting all sanctimonious over something petty. You should be flattered, baby. She was jealous. Oh, wait, wow, that's a typical social justice warrior. They're just not all trans, but they do get all uptight and indignant over the dumbest shit. And Nia says, yeah, I'm too uptight. And I come back with, that's usually a symptom of lack of nookie. And she's like, what? It's a terrible mental illness that used to afflict young, dumb, and full of cum teens and young adults of my generation. The longer they went without sex, the worse it got. Oh, boy. Yeah, the boys, when they were on their hand for more than a couple of weeks, holy shit. Things broke. Things got broken. A lot. It's lack of nookie. Real bad disease. And Nia says, what does this have to do with anything? Ha-ha. And it's been clinically proven. This is clinical fact, kids. This comes straight from the rat runners. If anybody wants to make me come up with some studies, I will. But it has been clinically proven that people who are getting and giving head regularly are much less uptight than people who are spanking their monkeys, which is a euphemism for masturbation. And then it's also a fact that 97% of all sexes and genders of people masturbate. The other 3% are liars. So that's and the conversation that Josie's had grabbed is pretty interesting too, because Josie's got an auntie that's closer to her than me, Ariana Frost. It's a nice older sister that watches out for the youngsters. So Josie here, this is an interesting one. Josie's statement is, okay, please, hormones, stop hurting me. So I guess, I don't know, it's been strange for me. But they're not. Here I am intersexed. and I'm a woman with a penis, and like where all these other people are like want to get rid of their penis. I'm wanting my penis to be turned into my penis and testicles. I've been praying for it to be turned into a vagina and ovaries all my life. So my penis is still in pretty decent working shape, and I've been working it out pretty, I mean, I was getting religious about the way I masturbated. That's my prayer. It's like, please, next time I do this, make it a vagina. Um, or have somebody, stick a penis in there. I really, this has been my religion. Is I've been praying to be healed all my life. And my penis is still in pretty decent working order after 15 months on hormones. So Ariana says, "Sweetie, welcome to puberty again." And then there's a guy that says, "I know that HRT is a pain to go through, but you got to be strong." And one of her girlfriends comes in says, "Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but in the long end, it's gonna pay off. Growing pains, it hurts, but it hurts good." And transition isn't just like a second puberty; it is a second puberty. Here's Josie. Ugh, it's so annoying. She's such a cutie too. You can go look at a picture if you remember. Hold on, if you're on Facebook, go look at a picture. Josie Sicheri, Scheri. See, you just look at my friends list or something. Where were we? It's so annoying. I think this is an older trans person too, chiming in. She says, "You lived through the first one, and that's when you were going in the wrong direction. You can definitely survive it again now that you're going in the right direction. I know it just hurts. It's all right to take some ibuprofen once in a while. If it gets bad, I will. Here's Ariana's. I like pot for this. As yeah, this is her two older women that are counseling the kid. I didn't say anything to this one. Maybe I'll stop in there. Well, it's from a couple of days ago already. um, yeah, Sierra says, Ariana says, "I like pot for this." And then Sierra says, "Unfortunately, it's not legal in most states unless you have a prescription." And Ariana, "Script easy enough to get. Chronic pain, dysphoria, anxiety, depression, all our symptoms that pot is prescribed for." Yep. But it's too expensive in Arizona. I'm getting really not here. Check this out. Let's drop it so I can see where it's. Yes. Yeah, the Kiwi farmers are like pretty amazed that I'm willing to smoke on camera. It's like I smoke in front of cops since I was a kid. Oh, here's a nice apical bud. So this is like serious primo Mexican. Fonty Fox calls this stuff kind. It's not quite right. It's a sativa. It's been nicely manicured. They got all the leaves and stuff off of it. Okay, so back to that. Oh, well, this thing's already 28 minutes long. So I guess I'll wrap up on solidarity and unity and all that. We're a tiny minority. There is no way in hell that we're going to advance anything if we're constantly being mean to each other. That all. Yeah, I guess this is the manifesto. This is what the older girls taught me as I was coming out. Number one, everybody is uniquely crafted. Number two, everybody makes their own decisions on how they're going to build their own gender presentation. Number three, everybody's presentation is valid and it's to be accepted, respected, and supported. Number four, nobody's transition invalidates anybody else's. Okay, so let's see, those are the four main points that, we're all individuals, and we're all different, God created us all fucked up, equally fucked up in some way. Right? And once you get attuned to your position within the universe, once you realize how small you are, how insignificant you are compared to everything else, um, and feel comfortable within it. I forgot what I was going to say. But, oh yeah, it's about. There's only two kinds of people. Where the prime directive to the world is to love everything. That God is love, um, and that we need to love God in all its forms, with every fiber of our being in every waking moment of our lives. We're not required to like everything, but things that we don't like, we can't. We're not. We're commanded not to hate. Things that we don't like, we have to approach in a loving way. And this is, that lateral hostility within the transgender community is like very harmful. Um, Probably one of the most harmful things that's going on. Certainly in my life, here in Tucson, we're part of the landscape. Nobody cares. Uh, boy wants to wear girls' clothes, so what? The guy wants to make himself look feminine, so what? The woman wants to make herself look masculine, so what? This is Tucson. Yeah, I just gave just the coupling and the diversity of expression I see on the streets when I'm busking. It's just incredible. I'll see transgender kids, one or two of them in a pack of kids, cis kids. Um, Hard for me to say. I mean, I see so many masculine women. Hard for me to say, how many of them are, considering themselves transgender or just merely lesbians or what, and that's part of the lateral hostility is, somebody coming along and saying, this is me, this is how I identify, these are my preferences, and then somebody in the established crowd saying, no, fuck you, you're not what we want. You're not right. It's like, we have to accept everybody. So on that note, I guess, yeah, I got nothing else to say, but I don't know what I want to say last. Oh, well, how about let's bless the weed and smoke a joint. I say, take a hit and say night. Thanks for watching, folks. This is the blessing on the weed is praise be you, O Lord. Oh, and you can't really, do I have a match here? Because when you say a blessing, you really shouldn't use one of these. You should use a match for a blessing. Got any matches here? I don't know what I do with the matches. Oh well. But anyways, praise be you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who's blessed us with the fruits of the earth. Thanks for watching.